I'm never mad at somebody for showing me their true intentions and their true colors. What I am mad about is somebody playing me like a fool and thinking that I'm not gonna notice anything. Everything on my mind right now, honestly, is really getting rich. Sorry, not sorry. In my head, I'm just a rich bitch walking, and that's just how I see it. Welcome back to my channel. Today, based on the title of this video, I'm going to be very honest and transparent about my experience in 2020 and the lessons that 2020 has actually taught me. If this is your first time joining me, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that you give this video a very big thumbs up. You know, I really can't complain because it's been nothing but good vibes, good energy most of the time, especially during the beginning of 2020. Off with my e.l.f. primer. So guys, basically during the beginning of 2020, I was still on campus. Everything was good. I was chilling with my friends on campus, and I didn't really think, like, you know, nobody thought the freaking coronavirus was gonna happen and just alter all of our plans, but that ended up being the case. I ended up moving out of campus and I ended up coming back home. Peak of quarantine, y'all. Like, I don't know, I basically lost myself. Like, I wasn't the same. I was going through motions of depression. I was very sad, very angry, very annoyed, and I didn't even really know why. And during these times of quarantine, I felt so alone. I know that everybody had their own situation going on. That's why I can't really be so angry at people, but it's like I expected somebody to at least ask me what was going on with me, and nobody really did. So I was actually very intrigued as to how people operated during this time. Like, if y'all would have seen me during the beginning of quarantine, you would have think I was living my best life. But in reality, a bitch was just going through it and going through the motion. But I didn't really complain. I didn't really vent. I'm not really one to out my problems to social media. I'm just one to, like, keep it to myself or figure out a solution for myself. A lot of time investing in meaningless friendships that, you know, didn't really come and benefit me in a way. So I was really mad at myself for that. I ended up eliminating myself from all the friendship circles that I was really in the beginning of the year, which wasn't really a healthy thing to do because I was literally going through, like, severe loneliness. So I ended up just figuring out myself. 2020 was actually a very great year to me, honestly. I actually have no complaints because I achieved a lot in 2020 and I achieved more than what I thought I was gonna do. Beginning of 2020, I was very optimistic about how the year was gonna go. And honestly, the year did not even fail me. Like, I was able to achieve so much in 2020. I started my businesses, started doing YouTube. It was just really great for me, honestly speaking. I literally cannot complain in any fashion because it was really good to me. Me to sit up here and complain would be basically me being ungrateful, but I just felt like nobody really, quote unquote, had my back in 2020 as much as I had theirs. You need to learn to stop being the go-to friend, and that's what I literally was. I was always the go-to friend. You know, I was always the friend that if you needed my help, I would be there to assist you. I'll be there to help you, but the reverse was the case for me. I felt, you know, very alone, very sad, very angry for nothing. Like, and I feel like that was just mad unhealthy for a person to be dealing with. So, you know, people were just not showing up for me. I didn't even want to shoot any videos. I know y'all probably was like, y'all see me posting videos. I was trying to be consistent, but I don't know. I just felt like I lacked a lot of motivation. I don't know what kind of weird trance I was in, but that shit, I don't know if I should call it depression, honestly, but I was just not feeling anything. I wasn't feeling like doing anything. I wasn't feeling like, you know, hanging out with anybody. I basically enclosed myself from people per se. I only hung out with one person, and me and that person are currently not even on the best of terms right now. So it's just like loneliness part 10. I basically was going through a wave of loneliness. Just say that right now. A big wave of loneliness, you know, and I can't even blame anybody but myself because I let people be the source of my joy, and that's one thing that you cannot do is let somebody else determine your source of joy. Yeah, I basically went through a whirlwind of emotions, and I don't even know how I overcame those, but I did. I'm mostly a positive person. If you know me, you know that I'm always positive most of the time. I always feel like we shouldn't just always be complaining, and we should value each day and value the life that we're given, you know? So I just felt like during 2020, it was a very trying time for a lot of people. This is really like my everyday makeup routine, honestly. So bear with me, y'all. This is something I would do if I want to, like, just go hang with some friends or hang with, you know, my partner. People don't seem to understand that, like, being a good friend can go a long way. I've been good friends to a lot of people, and I will always forever be annoyed by that, because I feel like a lot of friendships that I've been in honestly hasn't been reciprocated. I've always been, like I said, the go-to friend, and I'm learning bit by bit on how to stop being the go-to friend. You're consistently the go-to friend and nobody else is really there for you, nobody else really can show up for you, then that's not good. That's basically a one-sided friendship, and that's what I felt like I was in. So I didn't really do too much. I didn't really think too much about it. I just, you know, went with the motions. Like, it's so crazy how people do you, let me just say that. And the funny thing is, people don't be understanding what they be doing wrong. And it is literally the most annoying thing ever. Like, I kid y'all not. It's the most annoying thing ever I shouldn't have to tell you. You know your actions better than anybody else. You know what you be doing. So I just think it's really, really strange how people just pretend. People are very good at pretending, and that's what I've learned and noticed in 2020. These are little lessons for myself, you know, to move forward and the best version of myself that I could be, because I feel like people just don't give a fuck, and why should I be the only one giving a fuck? It's very unhealthy to always want to be by yourself and to always not want to be around anybody else, but then it's like, when I'm around people, they don't even benefit me. So what's the point of me being around you if you can't benefit me in any fashion? There's no point in us hanging if the friendship isn't reciprocated, and that's just how I see it. People might think that's a strange way of viewing things, but not really, because if you're always gaining from me and I'm never gaining from you, then that's so one-sided. I just feel like it's just a using friendship, and that's what I feel like I was in this year. A lot of them. Like, I could actually say January to December, I literally didn't even hang with consistent people. 95% of the time I was by myself, and there's absolutely nothing wrong, you know, with being by yourself, but then it's just like, damn, I would love to have somebody to hang with, because I know what kind of friendship that I bring to the table, and I feel like people don't understand it. Somebody else out there experienced the exact same thing I'm experiencing, like that wave of loneliness during the pandemic. Like, y'all, this is like the biggest I've ever been in my life. I weighed myself and I was in shock about how much weight I put on in this pandemic. That's just from, I guess I could say, depressive eating, sadness, etc., etc. So that really took a toll on me, and I just want more reciprocated friendships. I don't know why that is so hard for people to do, but I just want more of that. And in 2021, I just plan to be more, you know, open and more, I don't want to say reciprocal of how people operate, but sometimes you literally have to move how people move. You literally have to watch people's actions, because some people are just there to leech off of you. They're just there to take what you have. They're just there to listen to your knowledge and then bounce. Like, they don't care about what you got going on. They don't care about your existence per se, you know. And it's really sad, because people really showed their true colors this year, and I tried my hardest to ignore it and, you know, see the quote-unquote best in people, but literally just showing me otherwise, and I don't even know what else to do. I'm kind of stuck in a rut. The only best way to like forward from this situation is to just have a lot of self-talk. Literally have a lot of self-talk, because if you have a lot of self-talk, it just helps you to realize that you're, you know, that bitch. Sorry, not sorry, that you are that bitch, and nobody could take that away from you. You know, the way you talk to yourself, you have to figure out how to talk to yourself and how to motivate yourself and how to get yourself up and going. Like, do not rely on people to be your source of motivation. Do not rely on people to always wake you up in the morning. Hey, hi, you know, get up and go do this, get up and go do that. You have to wake up in the morning, figure out your own routine, figure out yourself, and just keep it pushing. Another lesson I learned this year is forgiveness, because I honestly was very bad at people. I wouldn't say I held a grudge, but I would say I have this like memory book in the back of my head, like, yes, this is what you did to me. Yes, this is how you treated me. And yes, this is how I'm going to treat you too, whether you like it or not. And I think that's a really unhealthy way of thinking. The only thing on my mind right now, honestly, is really getting rich. Sorry, not sorry. In my head, I'm just a rich bitch walking. I'm just a rich bitch walking, and that's just how I see it. Lack of motivation, or like with schoolwork. Y'all know that schoolwork was online this year, and because it was online, a lot of students, not just myself, a lot of students liked that motivation to do they actually are supposed to do. They probably woke up late for class, probably didn't even care about class that much. That situation, like 2020 really whooped our ass, but we prevailed and we're here, we're back in full fashion. I actually can't complain. I was blessed beyond measures in 2020. One of the stuff I was able to achieve in 2020, I give myself a pat on the back, like, you did that, girl. I hope you guys had an amazing 2020. My 2020 was something else, boo. It was something else. It was just a bunch of people showing their ass left and right, left and right. And I ain't mad at them. I'm never mad at somebody for showing me their true intentions and their true colors. What I am mad about is somebody playing me like a fool and thinking that I'm not gonna notice anything. That's when, you know, draw the line of that bullshit. This is where I cut the line, cut the ribbon, draw the line, everything. I just don't really like people insulting people's intelligence. I feel like that is so disrespectful. I don't do that over here. I just feel like it's unnecessary. In 2020, I suffered really badly with acne. Like, y'all, I don't know what the hell happened to my skin, but it got so bad. I don't know if y'all noticed in the beginning of the video, like all these bumps and spots and all that. Will I admit, my eating habits in 2020 was horrendous. I was always eating out, always trying to fulfill my cravings and hungers left and right, left and right. And that really took a toll on my weight and my skin. Literally regret doing that shit. Eating really started during the summer. In July, I used to go out with a friend. We used to always go out to eat every time. I'm the type of person that I always want to, you know, go do stuff, go try fun stuff. And we used to go out and just try these little food spots, and I never knew that it was gonna make my skin go this bad. My skin is at the worst that it's probably ever been, like ever. Y'all, I have bought so many products for my skin, and at this point I am just tired of spending money on skin products because all I need to do is just lose this weight and my skin will probably clear. I just feel like 2021, something's gotta give, man. Something's really gotta give. By the way, everything I use is gonna be tagged below, so y'all don't worry about that. Put some fawn and put it in the middle just to highlight a little bit. My NYX buttercream, cause sweetie, this is in the shade Tokyo, baby. Beautiful. Get a little bit and just dibble and dabble. Makeup, easy application, didn't even take me up to 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes. My lashes was already on. These are strips at drlashout.com. I cut them up and I made them look like extensions, and look how fluffy and nice and full they look. Like, come on now. Shop better, do better. Shop with the best. Honestly, during quarantine, I would recommend, this is Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. During quarantine, or even if we don't have a quarantine, just find you a friend that y'all could do, you know, a bunch of fun stuff with, because nobody likes to be lonely, nobody likes to be bored, especially me. I hate it. 2020 has gone, and now we're about to embark upon a new year, new opportunities, new money, new friendships, new circle, new resources, new everything. Like, go out and conquer and be great in 2021. Like, this is a fresh start. Just make a bunch of goals and just tackle them, attack them, and go through with those goals. And I wish you guys all the best in 2021. And I'm gonna be having more fresh, amazing, funny, juicy content coming up. And I want you guys to stay tuned. And also, please share this video to your friends and family. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Yeah, yeah.